Come on. And then I can send it out. So yeah, so what we're doing from these strength classes, that was because it was always the idea that April would be a month where we start developing strength, January stability, February and March hypertrophy, and then trying to lock in what we've worked on for February and March with April with strength. So we were going to be doing lots of carries and pushing the sled and stuff like that. Obviously we can't do that now, so we have to use our body weight. It's going to be all isometric stuff, which is great. I love isometric stuff. I think it's fantastic. And we can grade it week to week. So the beauty about isometrics, as you get stronger, the harder you push. So with all of this stuff, you do have to stay honest with yourself. You've got to push. You've got to create the tension within the muscle to its maximum capability. That's the only negative portion about isometrics. Now, the exercises I have today are pretty much you do them or you don't, right? Like they're kind of self-limiting. You can cheat a little bit by taking some of the tension off, but the reality is most of them are just going to ask you to work really hard just staying in that position. However, you can get even more benefit out of them by being honest with yourself and really focusing on that tension. Okay, so as we go from the weeks to weeks, the way we're going to build from week to week, create more tension, more time under tension, and maybe we progress the moves. So on Tuesday, I gave you some pretty hard moves with progressions and regressions, with range of motion, right? So we can build that range of motion. Today, it's going to be pretty much all isometrics. But so the range of motion isn't going to increase. So it's going to be more about the effort that you put into it. And there are slight progressions and regressions that we can do as well. Am I missing anything from there? I don't think so. Just one of the things that we're looking for from this month is strength. And when we think body weight, we often think, and I know there's so many challenges and stuff like that going around Instagram. I haven't been doing any of them because it just leads to crappy form, all right? How many of X can you do? Well, I can do 100, but it's just pure crap. So I want to get into, especially with bodyweight stuff, positions where we can really work on building form, finding it in the right places, so making sure that the right things are working. When we start going for really, really high reps, which is tempting with bodyweight, we're just going to probably end up relying on using speed, using momentum, biomechanics that aren't optimal, so kind of cheating our way through the movements. So that's why I've kind of been moving away from that. For the conditioning side of things, classes like yesterday, which I'll be sending out today, and classes like we did on Monday, lunchtime, those classes at least are different ranges of motion, and the conditioning comes from just trying to get into it, rather than just doing 1,000 reps of patterns that hammer the same thing we're doing, which is just sitting. Okay, let me just grab my little notebook for the workout. And we're going to start standing again. We're going to start with our little shakes. And I want you to get into that same habit, right? Same thing we did, was it yesterday morning or Tuesday morning? I can't remember, but kind of just building up your own ability to move. So I'm not going to guide you too much into the warm-up, all right? We're just going to go with parameters. So we're going to start shaking. And you take that shake as hard or as light as you want, okay? So whether you want to start jumping straight off the bat, or whether you just want to really take it easy and start liver drying the hands, and then it moves up through the elbows into the shoulders. That's totally up to you, whether you want to get your breathing involved.
Go a little lower, start to go into a little bounce, maybe shake through the back of the legs, the hamstrings. Now this bouncing first thing in the morning, you don't want to go straight into a huge range of motion, really ballistically. Take your time with it, and then maybe you will do a bit more. Maybe you want to move from side to side. And I really want you guys to get into the practice of finding what's tight in your body, which is going to be completely different to my body. Okay, now we're just going to move free. So about 2 to 3 minutes of really free movement. If you get stuck and you need a little bit of inspiration, for sure, check in, see what I'm doing. But really, there's absolutely no right or wrong. So when I guide these things, I spend an awful lot of time on my shoulders, because my shoulders are always super tight. But yours might be somewhere completely different. And it would be great for you to be able to kind of build up your own little repertoire of how do I start dealing with my own tightnesses. And again, especially now when we're kind of cooped up, it'd be great for you guys to really get into the idea of movement snacks. Every 40 minutes, instead of going up and making a coffee out of boredom, making a sandwich or snacking on something food-wise, just move around a little bit. We don't want to be stuck to the idea of, oh, well, what can I do? Oh, I can do 20 squats, or I can do 20 push-ups. Can we do different movements? 20 push-ups, we're only enforcing the inner rotation of the shoulders, the tight pecs, which comes from sitting. 20 squats, we're doing the same movement as sitting. We're just standing up and sitting back down every time. So can we change our movements, change levels, get loads of rotation in there? We don't have a lot of movement variability in our lives to start with, but now it's even less. So I don't want you to become attached to a program to get different types of movement in there. Okay, so today, our focus for our stability work is going to be on our hips. On Tuesday, we worked a lot with the upper back, or the entire spine, with that hinge position. Today, it's going to be hips. So it's going to be stability and mobility. First one, I stood a little too wide there. You're going to stand with your feet in kind of an athletic position. So imagine you're about to jump, right? And then I want you to rotate towards your left hip. And as you do that, you're going to come into a hinge. So it's going to be rotate to the left, hinge back. I want you to start feeling your pelvis rotate over the femur. Get into that glute. Nice and easy. You just trying to load that hip. We're going to move to the right side now. Load with the hinge, pop up. Load, pop up. And we can go quite slow, or we can start to bring in a little speed. Okay, and now we're going to go a little wider. This time, I want you to open up your right foot, rotate towards your right side, keep that left hip open, come back up, open up the left, close in the right. I'm just moving from side to side. Now, start to see if we can keep both feet facing forward. And if we can start to fluidly move from side to side, really feeling those hips rotating over the head of the femur. And I'm pushing from the back leg onto the front leg, rotate towards that back leg, push then from the back leg, and that original back leg becomes the front leg. See if your depth can drop, or can you keep your chest up? And then taking it back up to standing. We're going to start doing the same thing, but from one leg, all right? So, flexion, 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 nice and easy. Adduction, abduction. Okay. And we go internal rotation, external rotation, internal rotation, external rotation. At different angles, internal, external. Opposite side. Flexion, 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 adduction, abduction, adduction. Internal, external. Change the angle of the hip, but keep trying to internally, externally rotate. Back to the left leg this time. Straighten the leg, internal, external rotation, changing the angle. Right side. I need to do that more. Whew. Really feeding that in the hip. Nice and easy. Open them up again. Free them out. You might have been getting some cramping in there. I was. Don't be afraid of it. Just take that as a sign. I'll be doing that more. Okay, now let's go a little stricter. Let's go with our cars. If you do need to use the wall, use the wall. We're going to bring that knee up. Flexion, abduction. When we get stuck, internal rotation. Trying to stay tall, 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 tall. And then really go into extension, flexion, abduction, internal rotation, extension. Last one, flexion, abduction, Opposite side. Flexion, abduction, internal rotation, extension. Last one, flexion, abduction, internal rotation, extension. Okay? So now, what have we got? Oh, standing and trying to do the internal, external rotation on the standing hip. So I'm not actually moving the back hip. I'm thinking about trying to rotate over my stabilizing leg. Not easy. Opposite side. So I'm not just throwing this guy open, right? I'm really focusing on stabilizing leg, pelvis moving over the femur. Ready? Like an airplane again, and I rotate so much harder on my right side. Try to keep the length of the rib cage. Shake it out a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to go for a little bit of power work. Okay. So, neighbors underneath you, 7 a.m. Maybe we don't want to wake them up. That's giving you all the more benefit, right? Take the force out of the landing. We're not going to go for full jumps unless you want to. We're going to go up to the toes, down to the heels, up to the toes, down to the heels. Now, I'm doing that. You can't really hear me land, okay? So I want you to think about your neighbors. So you got some nurses underneath you, don't wake them up, okay? So really control the landing. How do we do that? Pull those hips back, right? Rather than just falling down, I'm putting my brakes on with my hinge. Okay, so how is this power? Well, we're creating power by driving down to the floor with speed and then controlling the power by putting the brakes on with the hinge. Okay, let's go for 15 seconds, as fast as you can control. Ready? And go. Tippy toes, heels. Tippy toes, heels. Tippy toes, heels. Keep the speed within a range that you can control. Last 3, 2, 1. In through the nose. Big inhale. Let it up. Big inhale. Let it up. Keep breathing. 30 seconds. You want to be fully recovered before we go into our next set. And this time, we're going to go staggered stance. So up on the toes in that staggered stance. Okay, it's going to be harder. Ready? And go. 15 seconds again. Keep the speed at somewhere that you can control. All right, only moving as fast as we can control. Yes, we want lots of power, but it doesn't want to be uncontrolled power. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale. And settle everything down. So with this power work, we're really talking about CNS activation. So we're trying to ramp up the nervous system. Okay, another 10 seconds of rest. Keep focusing on controlled inhale, exhale. Ready to go. Opposite leg. 3, 2, 1, go. Toes, heel. toes, heel, toes, heel. Another place where we can get a lot of speed is through our extension, driving up hard, staying out of that lower back though. So create power but control but not collapsing. And 3, 2, 1. Okay. Cool. So we have got where we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exercises. They are movements we've all done, but we're going for isometric holds. Okay. So we're going to do them all in a circuit. Okay. Muscular bleed will probably be quite fatigued. We're going to figure out time, how that's going to work over the weeks. Everybody isn't going to benefit from the same time. So someone might need more time, someone might need less time. We'll try and figure that out. But today, let's just go over the program and let's just set 30 seconds as our baseline of work. So the 5 exercises, okay? First one, progression 1 of this, holding the lunge. Okay? I think for you guys, 30 seconds of that would be quite easy. You've done so much of this pattern. You guys are all pretty strong there. So progression number 2, similar to what we were doing with the wall-assisted RDL the other day. So now, foot back up on the wall. Probably need to drop down a little bit. Finding that position where we can have both knees right angle. Woo, there it is. Yep. And now I'm pushing hard, pushing down hard. The difference between Tuesday, where we did the hinge, so remember minimum knee, whereas now we're going max our knee flexion. So that's exercise number 1, progression R1, R2, up to you. Okay, exercise number 2, we are into a kind of happy baby. If you do yoga, you're kind of going to get into a happy baby position for a second, or modified happy baby, and then we're going to extend the legs. And what I want you to really work on, locking in the lower back to the floor. And this we're just going to hold for 30 seconds. Tons of core, okay? Tons of core, tons of hip flexors. I want you to think, this is weird, external rotation, so rotating the feet out, but at the top of the legs, you're thinking about sucking the femurs in, okay? You are going to feel your hip flexors, you are going to feel your quads. The more you can feel your core, the better, the more you know you're working from the center of the body. Exercise number 3. We have got a pike press. So that's basically down into our bear crawl. One difference, I'll show you this way. One difference, we're going really wide with the hands. And we're going to drop to a depth that we can control. Now, some of you guys have got shoulder stuff going on, okay? So the focus for you is to really think when we're in that position, the bottom part of your armpit, roll it out. Keep the width of the collarbone. We don't want to be down here and your shoulders just rounding forward and you feel lots of impingement at the front of the shoulders. So Alexandra, Stephen, who else? I think that might be it off the top of my head. Oh, Sarah. Really work on that external rotation. So we're going nice and wide. We're going to feel your shoulders quite a bit, but the main place I want it, bang in the middle of the shoulders, right here. Okay? And get that extension and external rotation from the shoulders. Okay? Next exercise, we are going with our staggered stance position again. And now you're going to come to the wall. You're going to leave the wall. Staggered stance, tailbone to the wall. Okay? So you're really pushing your tailbone back to the wall, like you're trying to push your tailbone through the wall. Find that position until you feel your hamstring and your glute. Okay? Once you get that, then I want you to push that. I've got my left leg in front. I'm pushing my left leg into the wall as hard as I can, into the floor as hard as I can. And I'm pushing my tailbone into the wall as hard as I can. Woo. Hamstrings, abs, working like crazy, okay? If we go into that position and we've got our tailbone up against the wall, but we're rounding like that, you're not going to feel it. What might you feel? You might feel your shirt get really tight across your back, right? There's a telltale sign that you're in this position. You might feel your quad on the staggered stance leg instead of the hamstring on the working leg, okay? The last one, we have got the wall again. This time, you're going to step about 6 inches away from the wall. You're going to bring your elbows out of about a 40-degree downward angle from the shoulders. And then I'm going to push my body off the wall. Again, I'm thinking external rotation up here. So I'm trying to roll the collarbone as wide as I can. Almost if you've got your camera or your phone directly in front of you. Think about trying to push your armpits into the camera. And your elbows into the wall. And that should be the entire back chain of the body. You should be feeling right in between the shoulder blades, even down along the erectors from the base of the neck down towards the spine. There's our 5 movements. It's going to be 30 seconds each. We're going to do 2 rounds, see where we are after that. Okay? So I'll guide you through it, and I'll be here to check on form as well. Ready? We're into our lunge position, either using that rear foot on the wall or regular lunge. 30 seconds, starting 3, 2, 1, go. Nice, stay tall, guys. That's it, cross those hands in front. I don't want you resting your hands on your hips. Think of it like a genie. Yeah, there we go. So we have to stay really tall. Good, guys. Annette, that looks good. Stephen looking good, nice and tall. Michelle, can we drop a little deeper? And done, 30 seconds. 10 seconds, breathing it out. Okay, ready? Opposite side. 3, 2, 1, go. Good. That's it. Robin, you want to drop way down. I want your front knee completely flexed. So you're probably going to have to hop that right leg out a little bit more. Yeah, nice, Temmie. Good. Doug, get taller. I want your elbows in line with your shoulders. So keep the hips and the knees bent as they were, but don't let your upper back round over. That's it. Center of mass over base of support, Temmie. Nice, Annette. Good, Michelle, we can get more depth. And done. Nice. Okay, so we're onto the floor, onto our back. That's it, sealing off the lower back to the floor. Bend your knees so that your knees are over your hips. Go as wide as you can with your hips. And then if we can, I want you to straighten those legs. Yeah, push through your heels. Can we lock out those legs nice and wide? Good, 30 seconds starting now. Really focus on the lower back to the floor. Good, Michelle, as wide as we can with those legs now. There you go, come on, more, open it up. Remember, guys, you have to work as hard. You've got to be your own trainer. You can't cheat these. Push your range. Good. Alexandra, try and keep those hips as neutral as we can. So as you kick back, don't let that leg open up. Good, nice, guys, and done. Okay, we're into our pike press. So that's our bear crawl position, downward dog position with the really wide shoulders, wide shoulder grip. Ready? And go.
Oh, and show me that again. I'm sorry.
Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Come back.
Do it to the side.
So really wide grip, dropping as deep as we can, keeping the effort in the upper back and the back of the shoulders.
Okay, got it.
Ready? And go. Hips higher, Ashley. Yeah, there you go. Now push the floor away, hard as we can. Keeping those elbows bent, but keep pushing, pushing, pushing. Michelle, that's great. Stephen, think about pulling your chest back to your knees. Bend your knees way more. It's not a hamstring stretch. Good. Same thing, Temi, hips higher. Good. And 30 seconds, done. Okay, now we're into our staggered stance position. So, tailbone up against the wall, pushing your tailbone into the wall, trying to push your butt through the wall, and then pushing that front leg into the wall, into the floor. Ready? And go. Good. Now don't sit into the wall. Don't lay back into it. Good. Yeah. You might want to reach that right leg out a little bit more, Alexandra. There you go. Nice. Good. Good. Really pushing, guys. Load your right leg a bit more, Madeline. Yeah, come off that left leg. Same thing, Annette. Load your right leg. Get that right heel down. There you go. There you go. And done. Opposite side, guys. So, Annette, you want that right leg behind you. Left leg is directly underneath you. And then tailbone back to the wall. Ready? 3, 2, go. Good. Try not to sit back so much, Michelle. If the wall disappeared, would you fall over? Right? That's what you're thinking. You're trying to push the wall away without falling over, though, because that's why we're pushing so hard down into that supporting leg. Sarah looks good. Doug, more of a hip hinge. Yeah, I'd say probably, yeah, there you go, there you go. Good, and done. Nice. Okay, last one. We're getting our shoulder, we're stepping up to the wall. We're about 6 inches away from the wall. And we're driving your elbows back into the wall, trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together as hard as we can. Ready? Drop your hands, Alexandra. Yeah, drop your hands. You don't want to be in a cactus position. Your hands should be in front of your body. There you go. Yeah, exactly. That's it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 30 seconds, pushing as hard as we can. Good. Break the wall. Elbows a little higher in there. Yeah. And get your elbows into the wall, even with the bend. That's a good addition. Bring your hands below your elbows, elbows higher. Out to the side. Okay. Come on, Michelle, push, push, push. That's looking very easy there. Sarah, that's great work. And done. Good. All right, how's everyone feeling? Where's the effort levels at? Anyone not feeling like they're working around that 7 or 8 out of 10?
Owen, with the staggered stance, how is all our effort going into our standing leg? Are we using the staggered leg at all?
5%.
5%. Okay, thank you.
Like as minimum as possible, just for support, really.
Okay.
All righty. Okay. round 2. Back to our lunge position. Ready, and go. Good, nice and tall now. I want a straight line from your ear, shoulder, hip, knee. That's good. Excellent, guys. Good, Michelle. Yeah, that's a good depth. Nice, Stephen. Just pull your chest back a little bit. Sarah, pull your chest way back. Try and touch your head to the wall without your hips coming up. You're going to need to scoot that leg out a lot. And done, guys. So if we're up on the wall, just while you're resting between sides, if we're up on the wall, you're going to need to really take that leg out so that we can get deep enough to bring the back leg up, okay? If you're too close to bend the knee, we'll have to bend the upper body. So we're not actually getting that much knee flexion, it's more hip flexion. All right, I want you to stay tall. Opposite side, ready? Go. Good, think all your might. Use your right leg more, Annette. Shift your weight to your right. Yeah, there you go, there you go. Good, and push the floor away hard as we can. Keep pushing. Push, 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 push. Much better, Sarah. Good, can you drop a little deeper, Doug? And done. Okay, down we go into that kind of happy baby position. Lying on our back, trying to make as big a V as possible with our legs, but it's all about the abs. So I want you to suck in the abs to the floor, fill up the lower back to the floor. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Good, nice, yes. Try and lock out your knees as much as you can. Straighten those knees as hard as we can. Really push through your heels, but don't let that take the lower back off the floor. Don't forget about breathing. Actually, that looks great. Good, Amanda. Nice, good. Drop that hip just a little bit, Alexandria. Yeah, keep the leg high and the hip down. There you go. Done. Okay, we've got our pike press. Okay, ready? And go. That's it, yep. Yeah, hold that position, Ashley. Yeah, get your hardest point where you find it the hardest to hold, and then hold. But keep pushing the floor away. Keep putting that tension into the ground. Think about pulling your chest back towards your thighs. Excellent. That's it. Stephen, keep going with that. Collarbone really wide. And done. Nice, good. Now, if at any exercise you feel these move away from the target points, which is always the center of the body, right? If you start feeling joints and you start feeling stinging or extreme shaking, we can back off. Then the 30 seconds is just a guideline, all right? Maybe next week you'll get the 30 seconds, all right? Okay, into our staggered stance position. Tailbone touching the wall. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Now, even with as much force as you're putting into the wall, if that wall disappeared, do not get yourself into a position where you'd fall over. Yeah, exactly, Madeline. More of a hinge. Bring your chest over your right leg more. That's it. And then push with that right leg. Push the ground down as hard as you can. Nice. Good. Tell me you can bend that right knee a bit more. Good. And done. Opposite side. So Doug, you were doing the upper back one there, I think. So where it's the lower body, it's the hinge, where you're trying to touch the tailbone to the floor. There we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. That's it. Yeah. Push the wall away, push the floor away. You dictate how hard you work. Temi, rotate over your left leg more. Your pelvis and your upper body. There you go. That's it. Shift your weight to that left leg as well. Try and get away from that right leg. Don't use it so much. Remember, like 5% max. Sarah, a little taller with your chest. Last 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now we're going with the upper back. Pushing the elbows into the wall. Just with this one, guys, we want about anywhere from 40 to about 80 degrees. I don't want you too low back here, okay? And wherever we're going, I want the elbows kind of higher than the hands. So I don't want this, okay? Elbows at least at the same height as the hands. Ready? Go. Nice. Yeah. Push, 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 push. Make sure we're feeling the back of the body, not the front of the body. Think of squeezing your shoulder blades together, nice and net. Good, Stephen. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Focus on the muscles all around your shoulder blades. Visualize those working really hard for you. And done. Good. How are we feeling? We got another round in us. Thumbs up for another round. Yeah. Okay, cool. Awesome. Give yourselves a little break, and then we're back to our lunge. Okay. Ready? Round 3 of 3. Go. Good. Nice depth, Amanda. Just draw your chest back a little bit. There you go. Yeah, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming back with your chest. That's it. Good. Good. Yeah. Find whatever height works for you, Maddie. Can we drop a little deeper, Michelle? And done. The point where it's hardest for you to hold, that's the point where I want you to hold, okay? If you don't make the 30 seconds, you don't make the 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Yeah, good, Temi. Rotating over that left leg. Bring your pelvis with you. Sarah, jump out a little bit more, maybe. Now get tall. Put the crown of your head to the ceiling. More. Come on, sit back, sit back, sit back. That's it. Tall as we can. 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Okay. So, Robin, what you're doing there is going to be a stretch rather than a strengthening exercise. If the hips are giving you trouble, bring your range of motion smaller, limit the range of motion. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Really focus about sucking those femurs, those thigh bones into your hips, almost like you're trying to squeeze your belly button with the heads of the thigh bones of the femurs. And then pushing that lower back into the ground. Big, big exhales for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, done. Right. Madeline, how's that feeling on the hips? All right, so. Okay, we've got our pike press. Ready? Go. Remember, the hardest point for you to hold, that's where I want you to hold. Good, Stephen, think about trying to pull your chest towards your knees more. Yeah, that's it, there you go. And done. Madeline, you're getting attacked by 2 dogs.
Yeah, they decided to wake up and play.
Okay, we've got our, what do we got? Our hip hinge. Ready? And go. Nice, good, guys. Drop the chest a bit more to the floor, Stephen. You wanna really bend the hip. And that leg isn't on the wall, it's on the floor. Your right leg should be on the floor. There you go. You're not trying to balance just on your left leg. You can use that right leg to help you. You're really trying to push, though. Push that left leg into the floor. Push your tailbone into the wall. Temi, shift towards your left. Get out of that right. And done. Opposite side. And go. Good. Bend your back knee more, Temi. So bend that left leg. Yeah, and shift your body weight over to your right. Your entire body, yeah, hips and everything. Don't just flex at the ribs. Shift over more, Temi, shift over, and done. Good, cool. So Temi, just for next week or whatever, when you're shifting your weight, you're actually keeping it over there, and then you're just flexing like this. So when I'm saying all of it, I want you to bring your hips with you. So this is where you were, right? You were here, and then I said shift towards the right. Then you flex at the ribs. So I want you to take your hips with you. Okay? So up we come. Let's finish with lots of shaking and nice, easy little movements, because that was obviously tons of tension. So, same as the...
No, wait, we haven't done the back.
Shoulder thing, Owen.
Say that again?
We haven't done the back.
What's that? Can't hear you.
The back against the wall.
The back against the wall. Yes. Ready?
Yep.
Go. Good, guys, keep the push. You're not falling into the wall, you're actually trying to push the wall away. Same thing. If the wall disappeared, are you going to fall over? 3, 2, done. Good. You guys all passed today's test as well. Thank you. I'm trying to get off easy. I meant to do it, of course. All right. So now, really easy, like the warm up. Try and find where it's tight for you, but there was loads of tension there. So you're just trying to really just roll the muscles off the bones. Use your hands if you need to. As much shaking, rubbing, rotation, blood flow as we can, loose as we can. If you need to, bring your hand up to the wall, just gentle little kicks. Opposite side. You can go face the wall, kick from side to side. Big shoulder circles. Neck rotations. Round your back, big circle, all the way through the spine. Okay, and then we're going to come onto the floor. So flat onto our back. Okay. And then we're going to inhale, create a bunch of tension. Exhale, let it all go. So inhale, loads and loads of tension. Exhale, let it go. Okay. Literally think about a balloon bursting. Like that air just pops out. I don't want you to let it out slowly. Okay. Ready? Inhale. Tension. As much tension as we can. Make a fist. Glutes, quads, calves, feet, face, abs, pecs, back, everything. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Ready? Inhale. Squeeze. Tension, 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 tension. Make a funny face. Make a crazy fist. Shoulders up high. Abs working really hard. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Last time. Ready? Inhale. Squeeze as hard as we can. Squeeze your feet, squeeze your calves, squeeze your shins, quads, glutes, hamstrings, abs, lower back, upper back, ribs, shoulders, chest, squeeze, biceps, triceps, forearms, squeeze, 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 squeeze. Right, and nice big exhales and stay there until you feel ready. Any little stretches you want to make, any little movements you want to make. Awesome. Any questions? Feel free to email over.
Thanks, Owen.
Later.
Later.
All right, guys. Bye.
Owen.
Bye, thank you.
Bye, everyone.